A very good morning to one and all. I, Ruby Gill, welcome all the attendees and our prestigious speakers on behalf of lovely professional university for today's webinar on the topic Discover who we are and why we do what we do, humanities and its evolution. So today you'll savor a feast of knowledge from our revered speakers. So allow me to introduce them. Dr. Pavitra Prakash Singh, Professor in Management, Dean, School of Social Sciences and Languages. A vibrant and dynamic personality having rich and diverse experience of 26 years in the industry with entrepreneurial experience, teaching and research. In his career, he has undertaken more than 162 academic and 7 consultancy projects. He has presented more than 50 research papers in various national and international conferences and seminars. To his credit, he has 27 books and 40 research papers published in various renowned journals. For his excellent contribution, he has been honored with Manufacturing Association Faridabad Award by Honorable Governor of Haryana and Bharat Vidya Shromani Award from India Solidarity Council, New Delhi. He has visited Tanzania, Sri Lanka and so many other countries for academic and research purposes. Also, he is proud member and chairman of various boards and committees. It's a privilege to have you on board with us today, sir. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Ruby.
I humbly welcome our proud alumni, Dr. Taida Akhtar, Senior Faculty of English at Shakra University, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. With an experience of 9 years in teaching, she is actively involved in various fields of research, especially on women empowerment, child emancipation, cultural diaspora, ecofeminism, eco-criticism. To her credit, Dr. Taida has published books on feminism under the title Women in Chains and Tears, Subjugation with Family. And another one is Cultural and Literature. She has published about 25 research papers, review articles, and book chapters in national and international journals of repute. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Furthermore, I humbly welcome Dr. Manu Sharma, Professor, Head, Department of History, School of Humanities, lovely professional university. She is deeply involved in teaching and research for more than 2 decades. Her core area of specialization involve gender issues, women's studies, cross-cultural studies, yoga, and Ayurveda. So thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today. Additionally, I would also like to welcome our admission expert, Dr. Tushinder Preet Kaur, Professor, Mittal School of Business and Coordinating Excel Admissions, lovely professional university. Today, she'll provide the information about eligibility, fee, scholarship, and infrastructure of our university, which I'm sure will make you save a lot of money. So thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. So with this, we'll begin our webinar, and over to you, Dr. Pavitra Prakash Singh, for the content of the day.
Thank you, Ruby, for such pleasant word. The start of day is very positive with good words from you, and I am very elated and delighted to see Tawhida, whom we say Tawhida, but now Dr. Tawhida Akhtar, one of our.
Sir, no, I am Tawhida for you only.
That's so graceful of you, and she did her PhD and things from here. We are so elated and delighted to see that she is doing very good in her own country and bringing laurels to LPU as well as the community fraternity of teachings in over there. Thank you, Dr. Tawhida, for sparing your valuable time. And I'm also happy to see Dr. Tushvinder, who is my colleague in Faculty of Management. Thank you, Dr. Tushvinder. And with me, the day will begin with Dr. Manu, who has just finished off her breakfast, and she'll be taking care of the presentations after I'm done with. So today we are gathered over here to make and discuss the importance of humanities, specifically for the postgraduate courses. So the presentation will be taken. I'll just introduce why this particular. Just I'm able to see the presentation. Yeah, this one. The issue is why humanities. We when we graduated, it's somewhere around 80s, 90s, somewhere we all have our different platforms. When we graduated, the humanities was simply BA. BA, that means arts. People who could not do anything good in medical or sciences, which was the most prominent and sought after careers, they were asked to, okay, you can go in commerce if you are good in maths, and if you are not good in anything, and if you simply know how to grab up things and do something, then maybe probably arts is there. But humanities as such has evolved since that. Almost last 20 years, humanities and liberal arts have taken good strides and has been making careers for many people. Like we had seen a few years back only, we had seen uh, economic crisis was there, then there was Southeast Asian crisis was there, then 2008 Euro crisis was there, then we had seen Russian crisis in 2019-15 kind of a thing. We have been seeing, witnessing COVID. Now scientists, management people and the medical people can take care of our health and provisions. But what about the mental health? What about the civic sense? What about the spirituality? This all comes with the width of subjects or width of the domains which humanities contain in itself, So we are over here to discuss how humanities is important and why humanities as a career should be chosen. Can we move to first slide, please, Dr. Manu? As famously Steve Jobs, who also said that every day if I am looking in the mirror, I'll not read the quotes, but the meaning is that if I am looking in the mirror and I do not know what I have to do for the day, and it is continuously doing for some days, that means something is wrong. That means daily we have to progress. Scientists have to progress on experiments. The medical professionals have to progress on medical expertise, but we as a social engineers has to think wider for whole of the society. We have to understand who we are from this kind of a platform where we have increased, where we have human beings images going in from which kind of generations we have moved in from monkey and apes and others to human being, and now what we are divided into continents. Earlier we were into one vicinity only, but now we are divided into continents. So we are moved in from STEM to STEAM, the science, technology, engineering, management, to science, technology, engineering and arts and management. So arts is becoming very important these days. That is the humanities we are thinking about. Dr. Manu, you are moving too fast for me. The next slide, please. This is, I think, majority of us will understand this particular recent bombardment of Ukraine by Russia for whatever reasons it is. Whether it is having, kindly move to next slide, please. Whether it is from when it started, whether it started with the breaking of USSR into states, sovereign states, or it is a topic of geopolitics, or it is a topic of nuclear weapon, or it is a topic of oil and natural resources, whatever. Kindly move to next. Kindly move to next slide, please. The political leadership, whether there is a difference of opinion between Boris Yeltsin to the Zelensky, the present president of Ukraine, and the first president of Russia, Boris Yeltsin, and Putin, the present president. So whether it is a ideological difference, a technology will not teach us. Medical professionals will not teach us. What will be, how we will be teaching it, how we will be learning it, how humanities cover it. Humanity cover it through international relations, through history, through roots of history, through roots of political science, through roots of public administration, how the boundaries were divided, how Ukraine on one part and Russia on one part, how the military weapons. We'll go to next slide and see, please, please. We have to understand what is the fight for. Is this fight for oil and natural resources? What kind of resources of oil and natural gases Ukraine control, and what kind of resources of oil and natural gas Russia control? Is it that fight of Kuwait and USA where weapons of mass destruction were supposed to be found out? Technology can create those things, but we as a social scientist, we as humanistic faculty or humanistic students, we as a student of social sciences have to understand the underlying currents. These are called the underlying currents. I'll show you a few other underlying currents also in next 1 or 2 slides, Dr. Manu. The Ukraine-Russia crisis, what is the impact on inflation? What is impact of petrol, GDP, USD exchange rate? Kindly, next slide, Dr. Manu. The trading partners, see who are the major trading partners. With this particular war, what has happened? Russia has taken away the import, the trade share of Ukraine also down. So it is like if I am sinking, I'll make the other also sink. And sometimes I can afford certain losses, but others can't afford such a losses. So it is a power of, it is a struggle of supremacy. And this technology cannot teach you. This management science cannot teach you. This medical sciences cannot teach you. This only political science can teach you. This is what we are, where we are. It is not only the science and other things. It is many other things have gone. This is military head to head. Kindly move to next slide. We have heard, now we have seen that the fight is about the control of resources and the supremacy. But the war of future may be even fought on water. So water cannot be found by technology. Water has to be understood, how the water needs to be conserved, how the water table needs to be made up, how the awareness about the better utility or better efficiency of water, whatever is available. We have so much of water in on earth, but water is not drinkable. So the struggle is going to be how to manage it. So next war might be on war. Next slide. We have often seen this particular, these 2 slides are in Quantum of Solace from James Bond movie, where particularly war was based because of only the water kind of a thing. So Ivory Coast has struggled. The dams have been dried up. So in 2018, aid workers were supplying only water. So understand the plight of these nations. So who will make it understand? We, the social scientists, the humanity play a role in over here. Next slide, Dr. Manu, please. On the language front, English is the most spoken language, followed by Mandarin, Hindi, Spanish, French, Russian, Arabic, Portuguese, Indonesia, Bengali. These all have their own plethora. That means if English is the most spoken language, then we must be very strong in English. Then we must be doing very good in English. Kindly take us to the next slide, please. Not to demean anybody, but we have been struggling for finding out that we have been struggling to find out how English is so weak that IIT students, the top notch students of different institutes, have failed their exam, have left those top notch institutes. Why? Because they were not doing very good in English. So understand, we knew something, but still we are not doing something. So that means there is a gap. So some kind of a psychological, some kind of a sociological structure needs to be built in. Kindly move to the next slide, please, Dr. Manu. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, we often said it's only for the cleanliness. So the underlying current I am talking about. Kindly move to the next slide. This is a research done by UNICEF, Swachh Bharat with Melinda Gates Foundation. And what have they talked about? They have talked about that access to toilet. What is it doing? Access to toilets in rural areas, they are actually protecting the rape victims. They are protecting the herd mentality of few uneducated people, as very obviously written it over there by elderly people who used to be, who was one of the sample. It happened with me about 2 years ago when I went to defecate. Some men started swearing on me, scolding me. Just understand, this is elderly people. This is a herd mentality of people. That we have to understand that toilet is not bringing only the cleanliness. Toilet is bringing a culture also. Toilet is bringing a, kindly move to the earlier slide. Dr. Manu. Toilet is moving, toilet is bringing us the safety, the convenience, and the self-respect. And this can be taught only by humanity. So this all I have to share about why humanities is important, why we must take humanity as a career. Now I'll invite my dear friend Dr. Manu Sharma to take over. What do we understand by next one, next one, next one, next one. From here, she will take over what is humanities and how at LPU we are doing what we are doing, who we are, and how we are trying to groom our future human engineers in over there. Over to you, Dr. Manu. Thank you for helping me out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So here I'll put forward my views about what we are doing as a humanitarians, as a social scientists. As we all know that humanities is the bunch of different disciplines, and those branches of knowledge that concern themselves with human beings and their culture. They had their analytical approach, had the critical methods of inquiry. Collectively, we call them the disciplines of humanities, which inculcate the human values, ability to think, ability to analyze, and ability to inquire about the human spirits to express itself. Combined, we can say that it is the humanities. We here at LPU, Lovely Professional University, we are offering the interdisciplinary courses and disciplines in our School of Social Sciences and Languages. Some of the area of humanities, what we are offering is the ancient and modern languages, literature, philosophy, history, anthropology, geography, sociology, arts, and a wide range of areas. And the programs which we are offering at here, Lovely Professional University, at UG and PG level. At UG level, we are offering BA and BA honors, and our schemes and syllabuses are as per LOCF. And specific pathways also we are offering at our bachelor's level. Apart from BA honors, we are offering civil services pathways to our BA students at UG level. And we are also offering BLib and DLib courses in library information sciences. We are also offering postgraduate courses in the domains of psychology, English, Punjabi, political science, Hindi, geography, sociology, history, and a new entrant here is the MA philosophy. And Masters of Social Work with Masters in Library and Information Sciences. Our vision and mission is very much clear, and just the vision is to emerge as an internationally renowned and acknowledged liberal arts schools aimed at grooming sensitive individuals who focus on study and research that local and global social challenges, capacities for professional and social leadership. And our mission is here clear to cultivate the critical thinking, the critical analysis in the international and interdisciplinary exposure which is based on learning. And second is to develop capacity for logical thinking and to communicate their ideas, to undertake the impactful research, investigate the emerging contemporary trends in the area of arts and liberal arts, to engage in the meaningful development programs to enhance the skills, to improve the thinking ability, to evaluate the challenges of the life, and to develop the social behavior, and to cultivate the capabilities for professional leadership, which further inculcate the lifelong learning and issues dealing with equality, diversity, and inclusivity. We here at Lovely School, Professional University, in our school, we established in 2009, who have 10 plus domains with us, as we have discussed in the previous slides. We are offering 15 plus academic programs, both at UG and PG level. 1100 plus total alumni, in which 80 plus international students we have. So I'm happy to share this with you. Apart from that, we recently are credited to bagged the medals at bronze and gold medals. One of our student, Mr. Bajrang Punia, who's the student of Masters, he clinched the bronze in 2020 Olympics, which was held in Tokyo. I'm also happy to share that we have Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji chair established in our university in the department to promote the global peace and equality also. We also have the masterclass series with the living legend of English literature, Padma Shri Ruskin Bond. He also gives us the insight information about the main ingredients of the content writing skills of our students. Next, I have what makes us different than others. We are different than others because we are offering interdisciplinary research for our students. We also offer community development projects to our students, both at UG and PG level, so that they can learn to appreciate and comprehend the needs of the society. We also offer the projects which is based on industry-based. We also offer the study and research facilities based on GIS and remote sensing and disaster management in the domains of geography specifically. We also have the availability of in-house developed psychometric test in psychology domain. We also have interdisciplinary approach of learning for better career options, which is really unique in our domain and university itself. At UG and PG level also, we offer students orientation and training for the various competitive exams at state and national levels. And our syllabus is benchmarked with them. We have highly qualified and experienced research-oriented faculty who is credited to have 100 plus books, 1000 plus papers, publications. Regular field visits and field projects and internships are offered to our students at UG and PG level in the domains of social sciences. International exposure is also being provided to our students with different international exposure, international COIL projects, and international conferences. We also have state-of-the-art facilities in the hyper-modern environment for offering to our students. The skills which we are offering to our students while studying the humanities, some of the, though the area is vast, but a few important skills which students inculcate is the critical thinking. Another one is the communication skills, which is highly emphasized. Empirical and quantitative reasoning is also offered by various courses and the courses specifically on the research. Teamwork is also the another most important value and skill which is gained by our student while working in a team in the different projects and internships. Personal responsibility and social responsibility through the community development projects also our students inculcate such skills. Different career pathways are also offered and different opportunities which we offer in our to our students at UG and PG level. A few of the pathways and opportunities are such as corporate jobs, government jobs, entrepreneurship, higher studies, and research. They are further divided into various sections. For example, if I take about the career jobs opportunities, so they can choose from the project managers, corporate communicators, instructional designers, counselors, and social workers. And as far as government jobs are concerned, they can go for civil services examination, army officers, bank POs, GIS officers, psychologists, and others also. As an entrepreneurship, content developers, creative writers, proofreaders, translators, and business owners can come under this pathway. And higher studies are always open for the students to go for their masters and PhDs and research in different areas, as well as a few of the international tie-ups. So we are fortunate enough to have the diverse, you can say, domains, and successfully we have gained a few of the very acclaimed international tie-ups in those domains. A few of them I just showcased here with the University of Pennsylvania, with the School of English, University of Pennsylvania, for conducting the English for Media Literacy and Journalistic Communication for the LPU students. We have that international tie-ups also. We are also having a tie-up with Vilnius University in Lithuania for the collaborative intercultural learning. Exchange of the courses are such as Sociology of India, Modern Indian Political Thought, sociology of marginalized societies, sustainable development and the livelihood, modern Indian writing and translation. So they are the few domains where we are having the collaborative intercultural learning with this university. As well as Langara College, Vancouver, Canada, we are having that MOU with them also. For the collaborative online intercultural learning virtual exchange, it was initially taken. We have successfully conducted the 2 sessions with them virtually because of the pandemic restrictions. But as the restrictions are imposed, lifted now, so we'll be seeking the collaboration of the physical face-to-face visits to their campus, and we'll be inviting them to our campus. Recently, we have the international tie-up in the foreign languages domain. We have foreign language domain who is actively signed the MOU with the Alliance Française de Chandigarh, who was a center of space France to provide an access to the digital learning to our students, because many of the students are eager and they are interested to learn French language for their professional and their career growth. So we have the alliance with this Alliance Française de Chandigarh to enable our students to conduct the various academic as well as research and international exposure for our students. Also, we have international tie-up with the Goethe Institute. Department of Foreign Languages also signed one MOU with them to awaken the interest and promote the German language and conduct intercultural seminars, cultural programs together for our students. With the international tie-ups, I am also happy to share that we have some national tie-ups also. The Department of Psychology is having the international tie-ups with the Mohan Foundation and Oswald Hospital here with us. A few of the placement highlights here. In 2021-22, students have been placed on the highest package of 7 lakh per annum, highest, and on an average, if I say, the average packages taken by our students is of 4 lakh per annum in 21-22. A few of our proud students who were placed, the Business Development Counselor, Ms. Anushka, who is working in the Planet Spark, and also Business Development Counselor, Ms. Ankita Gupta. She's also working on the same profile. Ms. Bhim Kumari, she's working in Sanjeevani De-Addiction Center and as a psychologist. Ms. Suman Kumari is also working with the same profile as a psychologist in the Sanjeevani De-Addiction Center. Ms. Shweta Chaturbedi, she's working in Mistralax as a legal content writing analyst. Mr. Pradeep Kashyap is placed in Capgemini as an associate project conduct. Front office manager is Ms. Chanika Rai Chaudhary, who is working as a Point ID academic counselor. Ms. Neha Thakur, she's engaged with the Rust Education India Private Limited. And we are also having our proud alumni with us. And one of the proud alumni is with us as a speaker here, Dr. Tawida Akhtar. I'm happy to share with you that our proud alumni is working in various fields. For example, it is Mr. Ainuddin Muradi. He's who's working as Vice Chancellor in Sariful Higher Education Institute of Afghanistan. Miss Claudia, who's an alumni at UG level and working as a national servant, Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Center, Ghana. Ms. Mobrez Barai, who's working as a Director, Planning and Policy Minister of Higher Education of Afghanistan. He was the alumni of our Master's Public Administration domain. Ms. Sweta Chaturvedi, the alumni of English domain, is working as a legal content writing analyst. Abdulli Aliyu was the alumni in psychology domain, is working as an assistant professor at Kano University, Nigeria. Saqib Yusuf is the head of Department Public Relations, Sheikh Zayed University, Afghanistan. Nazifi Umar, Ulemu Chetangi, Jacqueline Purinda are few of other proud alumni in the domains of geography and sociology who are doing wonders and bring laurel to our university. Our school infrastructure is very well advanced and well equipped with different labs and laboratories and classrooms. We have geography lab, psychology lab, and library also here. One ICT equipped lab, that is the computer lab, one seminar hall and classroom. All these rooms are well equipped with the latest equipments, the projectors and ICT based rooms. During that previous year, as the pandemic was going on, just to introduce our students in the different avenues and arenas of learning, we have introduced and we have organized the various webinars at national and you can say regional levels. And few of the glimpses are here. For example, to introduce to the women about the social entrepreneurship, we have Ms. Rekha Sharma, the chairman, the spokesperson, the main lady behind the National Center of Women Empowerment. She introduced and she talked about the socio-legal framework for the optimizing women partnership and entrepreneurship in India. We also have the webinars on the political science department on India and her neighboring neighbors in the post-COVID area, changing dynamics and regional dynamism in the Southeast Asia. A few of the areas where we have shared our, you can say, views, and different avenues are open for our students during that period. We also have international symposium on the theme, the interdisciplinary hermeneutic reappraising the socio-cultural esteem, where we invited and we were, you can say, honored to have the gem of the industry, there as Dr. Sujit Pathar, Dr. Shah Alam, Dr. Nandini Sahu, Dr. Satish Kumar, and Sri Madan Kashyap with us. We also have the opportunity, and I'm happy to share that we have organized some national and international conference, as the 18th APJ Meet and International Conference in the Department of Geography was, you can say, organized on re-envisioning globalization, development, and new world order. And social sciences and languages is having the opportunity to host the one section of Indian Science Congress at LPU. That was the section of anthropological and behavioral sciences during the conference. And we also recently organized one international conference, EDIIC 2021, on equality, diversity, and inclusivity issues and concerns. And various workshops are also organized for our students' industry exposure and their practical handouts on the disaster management and disaster risk reduction skills. Workshop was also organized in English department on English language learning from phonemic to Semitic structures. Workshop to gender sensitization, I would say that is the most important SDG of United Nations organization. We also have the workshop on sexual harassment at Workplace Act 2013, the role of internal complaint committees, to highlight a few of the provisions of Act. Punjabi department also organized one workshop on Punjabi language and computerization of Punjabi software and fonts. Geoinformatic workshop was also organized by Geography department, and cognitive behavior therapy workshop was organized by Psychology department. Prominent foreign speakers we have, so we are honored to have the speakers as Professor Adrian North from Curtin University, Dr. Vetis Cyberniskas from the University of Biastoks, Magnus, Lithuania, Professor Panagiotis Rentizils from Birmingham City University, United Kingdom. Prominent speakers as Sujit Pathar, who is the Padma Shri and who delivered the talk on literary creativity. Dr. Ashok Kumar, Punjab University, Chandigarh, delivered the talk on employment opportunities in literature. Mr. Satnam Manek, who was the executive editor of Ajit Group of Publications, delivered the talk on Punjabi language and its potential as a career opportunity. Sardar Govinder Singh Dhamija, who was a deputy chairman, Haryana Punjabi Sahitya Academy, delivered the talk on culture and history of Punjab. A few of the glimpse of other prominent speakers, such as Lieutenant General K.J. Singh, Sri Varinder Kumar Sharma, Deputy Commissioner IAS Jalandhar, Dr. Ramesh Dhussa, Drake University, USA, Professor Mahinder Singh from Kurukshetra University, delivered the talk on the Central Public Administration, Professor Muhammad Muhibul Haq from AMU, interacting our students on rising and globalizing India. Professor Anju Suri in Department of History delivered a talk interacting our students about the different shades of feminism. We also celebrate different national and international days to commemorate a few, you can say, memories to aware the prominent issues and concerns, to make our students aware of those issues and concerns which is more relevant in contemporary world at national and international level. We organize expert lectures and discussions. For example, the World Environment Days 2021, and recently also we are going to have celebration of World Environment Day in the month of June also. We also deliver the talk and have the, you can say, opportunity to celebrate the women, International Women's Day, the Earth Day, the World Ocean Day. So few are the glimpses which we celebrate. Different educational visits and excursions are also done in our domain. Students of public administration has an opportunity to visit Deputy Commissioner's office, Jalandhar. Students of psychology department has an opportunity to visit Patel Hospital, Jalandhar. And Masters Punjabi students have opportunity to visit Jalandhar Doordarshan. Students of history department has an opportunity to visit the Partition Museum, Jallianwala Bagh Museum, Wagah border at Amritsar. Department of Government and Public Administration students have visit to the Municipal Corporation Sewerage Water Treatment Plan in Fulbari. And history department has visit to the Sadhu Ashram Museum, Bajwara Fort and Dholbara, and Jangia Zadi Museum at Kartarpur. A few of the glimpses of the research achievements and the contribution. We in School of Social Sciences and Languages credited to have 700 plus publication count credited to us, 145 plus patents filled in our school, with 100 plus citations count, 100 plus interaction with experts from academia as well as from industry. 500 plus research scholars are credited to signed and acknowledged and associated with us and our faculties. We have 400 plus live projects for our students. I am also happy to share that one major granted one project through ICSSR research project, that is on the area of revisiting regional disparities in post-reforms period, district level analysis of India by 2020. The patents were also granted, and further, few of our proud faculties, those who through their knowledge, through their research experience and their commitment, they are contributing to academia, to our students, and for the growth and development of our School of Social Sciences and Languages. So here we have Dr. Digvijay Pandya, who is the faculty and associate professor in English, is credited to have published one book on English literature. The Petrichor of Effervescent Analysis is published by him. Then we have Dr. Anil Kumar Pandey, the faculty and Department of Hindi, has published a book on Navgeet, Naya Sandarbh, Nai Dishaएं. Head of Department and Professor Dr. Ajoy Batta has published a book on world-renowned book, African American Theatre. Professor, we have Dr. Muhammad Amin, honored as a Best Researcher Award from IUSRD, Dr. Vinod Kumar, honored with the Rashtriya Punjab Kala Sahitya Academy Award and Rashtriya Sahitya Bhushan Samman. The movie was directed by Dr. Paramjit Singh, who has won and bagged 12 awards in the world, including Los Angeles Film Festival. Dr. Sanjay Prasad, who was editor-in-chief, the Achievers Journal, and Dr. Rajesh Sees, he presented a paper titled Refugees and International Political System in International Conference held at Bangladesh. Apart from that, our students are not doing wonders in the classrooms, but they are beyond that. So they are beyond the grades and the field of research, whether it is cultural, showcasing in writing, in sports. So here we are going to have few glimpses from that. Panorama is the fest which is organized annually. It is a literary fest panorama to encourage our students' participation in drama, to hone their creative skills. So these are the glimpses of their few events, the theater activities, the thinking skills, the creative skills, and communication skills were definitely is going to enhance through these activities. They are the good orators, and these are the glimpses of a debate competition, which is modeled on the style of British parliamentary debate, where the teams and panelists were classified, and the battle round was there, where far and against faculties and students were participating in that, and finally the winners were decided. International exposure was also the strong point in our domain. We have the students, those who got the exposure, such as Siddharth, the BS student, participated in Isaac in Indonesia. Pooja, the student of English, participated in Ilman, a conference at Bangkok. PS Vajayanti and Tina, the students at UG level, has undergone the internship in Russia through Isaac under the banner name Bring the Change. And we also believe in that better research activities are going to opened a new horizon and arena for our students. So few glimpses of our students of MA Geography and Punjabi. Those have presented their paper in international conference at APJ Meet, as well as ICSSR sponsored national seminar and seminars at Sahitya Academy Chandigarh, sponsored by International Punjabi Sahitya Utsav. Cultural activities, few glimpses at Bhangra, Gidda, the folk dances, folk culture, and Farid Zaman, who participated in debate telecasted on Afghan national television. So this is the international cultural activities is also, you can say, inculcate in our students. We also have and produced good writers in the form of our students. Ms. Sai Fagun was a student of Master's English, published a novel on Tale of Magazine, available in Amazon also. Mr. Pankaj Kapoor, PhD student of English, published a book, Beyond One. Devi, the student of MA Punjabi. Ms. Omisha Pradhan, again the student of Master's English. Ryson Matthew, the PhD student of English, they have credited to write these masterpieces in English and Punjabi also. We have students, those who qualified UGC, NET and JRF. So few of the glimpses of here, in which I am again happy to share the students of Punjabi department, psychology departments, political science, geography, history. So these are the students those who qualified. And the sports activities, we have good sportsmen with our school, like Vivek Kumar, Junaid Ahmed Zahid and Sachin Dalal. They are the boxers, those who got the first prize and third prize in All India Inter-University Boxing Men Championship in different categories of weights. Being social environment, because we are the social scientists and social engineers, as Dr. Pavitra Prakash said in the beginning, so we consider that social responsibility relies on us. So getting into that responsibility socially and environmentally, we on time to time organize various camps and workshops and issue such kind of and organize certain activities such as adult education, plantation, cleanliness, awareness camps. So these are the glimpses of those activities. We are available for your queries. Always we are open. You can contact for your queries to Professor Dr. Ajoy Batta, Head Department of English and Hindi. His contact number is given here, 9988500220. I myself, Professor and Head Department of History and Geography, Dr. Manu Sharma. You can contact me on my phone number, 9988821694. We have Dr. Manish Kumar Verma with us also, the department, the Head of Department Psychology and Sociology. His phone number is 9353487610, and Professor and Head Dr. Kirandeep Singh, heading the Department of Punjabi Political Science, Government and Public Administration, and he can be reached in his mobile number 7986510181. So I think I have tried to brief the crux that what we are doing as a social scientist and what is our responsibility in the field of STEAM. So from here, the transformation begins. Thank you so much. So hello. So I introduce Dr. Tawhida Akhtar, just to share her views. Tawhida ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. I am privileged to be part of this webinar. Really, it talks about every corner of humanities. As BP sir previously said, that humanities was, if we talk about some 15 or 20 years before, these humanities was a second option. It was not taken as a field. When people were not able to do anything, they go to humanities. But now the trend is changed. The people are more and more attracted towards humanities because it makes us social, civic, and it prepares us for each and everything. So we can say the humanities refers to that group of fields like literature, history, philosophy, and so forth that investigate the nature of meaning or how we make sense of the world around us. It's only because of humanities. Unlike some scientific fields, the humanities are less interested in the mechanics of the physical world and are more focused on the questions of quality, value, language, comparison, law, and religion. Being part of a culture gives us an innate sense of history, customs, values, and our own social group. In the context of education, if we talk about in the context of education, humanities can help bridge this gap in cultural knowledge. The focus of an education in the humanities is not just on mastering a broad range of academic disciplines, but on introducing students to humanities on the global scale. Humanities expand our understanding of different human cultures and enable us to understand ways in which they are similar and in which they differ. In the present and historically, delivering a broader perspective on the world in which we live. The humanities encompass the full range of human thought and creativity, including history, literature, language, religion, philosophy, music, theater, art, performing arts, visual arts, etc. So at present, we are living in the world of chaos. So the world needs humanists. So why humanities? So because the world needs humanists. The power of inspiration that humanities gives. In a world that is increasingly automated, people who can use words effectively are vital to building relationships and perceiving new possibilities. Countless leaders agree, as if we take the example of Steve Jobs, he has mentioned that in Apple's DNA, it is in Apple's DNA that technology married with liberal arts and it married with the humanities yields the result that makes our hearts sing. So it makes an important role in our lives. When we graduate with a humanities degree, we will develop a skill that every employer are actually looking for. Humanities students gain expertise in creative thinking, as Manu ma'am has explained it very well, communication, problem solving, relationship building, and more. The study of reason and imagination, which takes place in humanities, involves grappling through reading, discussion, and frequent writing with important texts and ideas throughout history and across cultures. The study of other languages enables closer encounters with surprising new ways of thinking about and comprehending the world. Such inquiries deepen our understanding of the past, enlarge our perceptions of the present, and suggest a range of sustainable paths through the unknown future. It's all because of humanities. The habits of thought cultivated by humanities promote openness, flexibility, observation skills, alertness to moral complexity, and the sharpening of our precious human faculties of reason and imagination, so necessary in our ever more complex world, because we are living in the world of chaos and like everything is messed up. The humanities are especially vital in an interconnected, restless world. They foster a genuine and deep understanding of individual and social justice, an authentic appreciation and admiration for difference, and a thrilling and and changing recognition of beauty in its many forms. The study of humanities inevitably deepens and fundamentally alters our often narrow concepts of globalism. Humanities range over cultures and genres, from ancient texts to modern films and popular cultures. They expand the boundaries of our minds. Students have numerous opportunities to hone their powers of reasoning, imagination, and discernment. There have been a lot of options available in humanities. Humanistic inquiry allows each of us to enter into the ongoing conversation of humankind about things that matter. These conversations and the works of literature and philosophy constitute the essence of what it means to be a human being. If we talk about in a nutshell the importance that humanities gives us, the humanities help us understand others through their languages, histories, and cultures. They foster social justice and equality, and they reveal how people have tried to make moral, spiritual, and intellectual sense of the world. The humanities teach empathy. They teach us to deal critically and logically with subjective, complex, imperfect information. And they teach us to weigh evidence skeptically and consider more than one side of every question. Humanities students build skills in writing and critical reading. The humanities encourage us to think creatively. They teach us to reason about being human and to ask questions about the world. The humanities develop informed and critical citizens. Without the humanities, democracy could not flourish. So we can say that this humanities, why we are choosing humanities, it is not only if we talk about some 20, 30 years before it was an option. No, now it is a full-time professional academic choice. Most of the people, those who are from science background, when they go for some competitive exams or some other exams, they choose this humanities subjects because this humanities, as we can say, in humanities, C is full of opportunities. It is not limited like in science. We have limited. If we go for science, we can only either be doctor or engineer. Beyond that, we cannot do anything. But in humanities, you can be a writer, you can be a translator, you can be a counselor, you can be anything, whatever you want to. In what are your hidden talents, and you can know the world and you can know everything around you very well. This is what humanities gives us. If I take my own example, my father, who was a veterinary surgeon, when I told him, he was from a science background, when I told him I am interested in literature, he did not force me. So Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Almighty God, I am doing good in my own field. So it's so the trend is changing, and the humanities is becoming more and more successful platform in every field. And for our students, I advise, or what I can say that you just try to bring out your hidden talents. Are you good in writing, or you good in as an orator or a counselor? So try to bring out your hidden talents, and humanities will pay off for it. Thank you. Over to you, Manu ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tahid Akhtar, for your insightful views that yes, what is the significance of humanities in today's world. And very well you said that we should not underestimate humanities, because there is a lot of potential. Because if a student is from science background, he or she is going to become a doctor or an engineer. But if yes, you are the social scientist, so you will opt humanities. So there is a lot of potential in you in the field of psychology, sociology. You can be a counselor, you can be a psychologist, you can be a surveyor, you can be a historian, archaeologist, curator, and many more. So thank you so much for giving us such a wonderful information and sharing your thought. May I have Ms. Ruby with us? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Manu Sharma and Dr. Tahid Akhtar, for such an engaging and informative session. I believe that our attendees must have benefit from this. And we have few queries from the attendees, and if you permit, can we take up those queries?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure.
All right. So, ma'am, there's a query from Mudalifa Ali, if I'm pronouncing it right. He wants to know that how can I know that after pursuing this course, I'm in the right direction?
May I know which specific course the person is asking about? Which course?
We haven't mentioned the course.
Okay,
He's about to, yes, he's about to take the admission.
if he's about to take the admission, if he is going to take the admission in our UG or PG level first, I would say. If he is taking the admission in our bachelor's, so we have 8 or 10 domains and we are offering 17 courses as an area elective. If student is going to opt any of the area, so that would be the major and another will be the minor. Apart from that, we offering skill enhancement courses in that at our UG level. The computer related courses are also there. Open minors are also there where student can opt. And once student have the package of all the courses at his UG level, he have diverse areas where he can seek the opportunities for the employment as well as for the higher studies, whatever he wishes to go. And if he is taking the admission in our master's program, so that is also designed to suit that specific necessities of that. For example, if it is the psychology domain, if he is taking the admission in master's psychology, so we again have the specification. For example, the clinical psychology is there or applied psychology is there. So they are going to have the options as a psychologist, as a counselor, so they can go for that also. Internships opportunities are there, industry exposures are also given to our students. Okay, if he is going to have masters in history, so history, what we are offering the museum studies and archaeological things. So there they are going to have the hands-on experience to visit those museums which are there in our collaboration, and in those museums they are given the training how to handle the things, how to preserve, what are the documentation technique, what is the cataloging. So this is learning by doing and doing by learning. So that kind of exposure is given and student is well versed, because if I specifically talk about my domain, MA history program, somebody is taking admission. So what we are offering here, the museum program, and PG diploma in museum and conservation we are offering. We are offering PG diploma in GIS and remote sensing. We are offering PG diploma in disaster management. So these are the specific programs which is going to have the employment opportunity in those specific areas. If I say that here in North, there are more than 80 museums, so it has the capacity and potential as a museologist experts, as the curators, documentators, those who need to preserve and document those things. Fine. So students have the opportunities in these areas.
Thank
I
you
think
so
I am
much.
able. I think I am able to give the answers because I'm not aware that in which specific course the student is going to take the admission. So I have given a wide area and wide idea that these are the areas if he will take the admission in these courses, so these opportunities will definitely be there.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think you have given a very good brief description of all the courses and the path after that pursuing that course, that they have that employment opportunities. So there's another question, and I would like Dr. Tawida Akhtar to answer that question. So, ma'am, there's a question from Vidhi Mahajan. She wants to know that if a person is shy, introvert person is there, and he comes to LPU, how the LPU handles that kind of person.
Can you repeat the question? The voice was not clear.
Of course. So there's a question from Vidhi Mahajan. She wants to know that if a
Okay.
person is shy or introvert, how LPU helps that or help you guides that person.
Yes, definitely. If I take my example, in the beginning when I took admission at LPU, I was not that much like outspoken. I was very shy. But my mentor, the faculty at LPU, they are very helpful because a teacher knows what is hidden in a student, what is hidden talent in the student. So he knows. And my mentor, Ajoy sir, he encouraged me all the time. So, Hira, you can do this. You are better. You can do this. So he encouraged me, and I found my introvert personality, like my hidden talent, that yes, I can excel in academics, in research, and that I found only, I trust me, believe me, I found that only in LPU. After doing my PhD from LPU, when my mentor encouraged me, I published 2 books, one with Emerald Publisher and another with Cambridge Scholars. And they itself are a big name. And it's all the credit that I give is to my mentor, who always encouraged me. Because the student who asked the question, when he joins or she joins LPU, this teacher there, because a teacher is, you are like, more close to your parents, so he knows how my student is, what is hidden, what in which domain the student excels. So definitely they will make out this shyness, and they will bring out the hidden talent among you. And as I gave my own example.
Dr.
Definitely.
Tahida, ma'am, Ruby ma'am, is there any question?
No,
Any
ma'am.
more question?
No,
I
ma'am.
just want to have an interaction with Dr. Tahida here on this platform so that others should also be benefited from it. Tahida, as a student in lovely professional university, what is the most important takeaway which you got as a student? What's the most
As a
important
student,
takeaway?
I can't, like as a student, when I took admission in LPU, I was married. With 6 months, my first child who was 6 months. So everyone told me, no, you cannot do PhD. It is not easy with a child, and how you will manage all these things. But at LPU, really, even in other universities, the top reputed universities, I didn't find such exposure that I find in LPU. For example, after every 6 months, we have to showcase our activities, our progress, what we did. We have to go for presentation every now and then. We have to, like, everything is available there. And that was a turning point in my life. Before, when I did my master's, when I did my, I'm also MPhil in English, but I was not like that. Now I am. It's all because of LPU. And by the grace of God, I delivered my baby when I was second baby, when I was LPU. And all the time I was feeling like vomiting, nausea, but LPU helped me every time. I remember the days at block 38, the ambulance was always available there. Whenever I need, I call them. They took me to the hospital and they give me the glucose, and I feel better, and I came back to the research department. Block 38 that time was research department. Now I didn't know. So every time my supervisor, he always encouraged me, motivated me. Yes, you can do. Don't bother about like you are a mother or whatever. Don't bother about it. Yes, you are a scholar, you are a student here. Enjoy the life of a student. So really, I have been to other universities, but for me, LPU is my home. Really, I enjoyed the hospitality, the love, everything, and the care, especially the care, because when I was expecting my baby, the care that LPU gave me, I will never ever forget that. Really, even my kids, whenever they see the logo of LPU, they say, "Mama, you are university. Mama, you are university." I said, "Yes, this is my university. I am proud to be the part of LPU."
Thank you, Tohida. Such a
Thank you.
wonderful word, such a wonderful appreciation, and a very warm feeling what you possess for this university. It expresses through your facial gestures, your eyes speaks to itself. And what I
Yes.
conclude that it is not the academic bound, academic bond, academic taste which you got from this university. It somewhere has a personal touch, and your students
Like overall development. Even my kids, they are attached to LPU. Really, they are attached to LPU, not only me.
so I think your kids also have a special bonding with this university. So
Yes, yes.
so it is true to say
I
transforming
hope in
lives, the
future they will
transforming.
join LPU.
Oh,
Yes,
sure.
transforming lives, transforming nations, really.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Miss Ruby, I think we have Dr. Dushpinder with us.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you, Dr. Tarika. We enjoyed your presence over here. Thank you so much. And now we quickly move on to our admission expert, Dr. Tashinder Preet Kaur, for the admission part and the eligibility and infrastructure part of the university. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Miss Ruby. All right, very good afternoon to each one of you. I'll be speaking about the rankings, campus life, infrastructure, last but not the least, the eligibility, fee structure, as well as the various scholarships. So to start with, it is pertinent to mention that 13 students from lovely professional university, they represented India in Tokyo Olympics and they brought laurels by winning various medals, that is gold, silver, as well as the bronze medals. The story doesn't end here. The university also lifts the runner-up trophy at Khelo India University Games, wherein the university got 51 medals in total, and to highlight 17 gold, 15 silver, and 19 bronze medals. Now, I'm going to speak about the rankings which university has got. The university has got the 74th rank globally from the Times Higher Education Impact Ranking 2022. In addition to this, the university has been ranked 36th among the top universities of India. It gives me immense pleasure to share that the university has been ranked third in India in Untitled ranking of institutions on innovation and achievements. Yeah, the university has been ranked 62nd by NIRF. So these are the just key points or the key highlights of the rankings which university is having. Now I'm going to give you the glimpse or the brief part of what is the campus life and the type of exposure which is floated to the student of the university. The university proudly hosted 106th Indian Science Congress, which was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, wherein he renamed or he gave the slogan as Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan, Jai Anusandhan. This is the glimpse of Nobel laureate for peace and great spiritual leader of Tibet who graced the convocation of the university. This is a glimpse of two presidents at same place, one from Afghanistan, another of India, who both graced the convocation of the lovely professional university. We do welcome your entrepreneurial ideas, and we have startup schools, which was inaugurated by late Shri Arun Jaitley ji. We invite your entrepreneurial ideas, and our experts will provide you the input accordingly. Apart from this, we have welcomed world-renowned life coach Gaur Gopal Das ji, who interacted with the students and gave them the highlights how to lead a happy life. Apart from this, apart from the great leaders, the university has welcomed the celebrities as well. The glimpse which is there in front of you, Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika Padukone visited the university and interacted with the students. In addition to this, this face is not new to you. Yes, he is the former captain of Indian team, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He also visited LPU and interacted with the students. Now, I'm going to speak about the infrastructure which university is having. Let me be very clear to you, the university's infrastructure is one of the largest and the biggest infrastructure in the world. To start with, the university has 2 amphitheaters which are used to organize cultural events, Nukkad Nataks. The university has 3 auditoriums. The one which you are visualizing is one of the biggest auditorium. This is known as Shanti Devi Mittal Auditorium with a seating capacity of 2,500 people. And this basically indoor stadium is this stadium is used to conduct and host the events of national as well as the international repute. This is basically the heart and soul of the university. So you will find all types of shops ranging from the stationery to the lovely suites. So basically 6-floored building is there. So you will be getting every single thing from this particular uni center. This is the glimpse of a central library. The university has 9-storied central library with all the softwares, databases, whatever you want to explore, be it research, be it any article you have into your mind, we are going to provide you the link for that particular database. So just to bring you out of the academic monotony, we have the bowling area. You spend time over there. This is basically a cynosure for all the sports person. We have gym facility that is with world-class facilities, spa facilities there, aerobics. We are providing this specialized trainers as well. So there is no need to go out for any of the facility. We are having every single facility within one campus. We do worry about your health, as Dr. Tawhida told that during her tough timings, we were very much there. Thank you for endorsing the same thing, Dr. Tawhida. Yes, we do have a hospital, that is Uni Hospital, University's hospital is there. So where we have the expert doctors with us. So we don't want that you should have any problem, but by God forbidden you have any problem, we have the solution for you. So you can have a glimpse of 24/7 medical facilities provided. Yeah, just to highlight, this is Shanti Devi Mittal Indoor Stadium with multifarious facilities to highlight swimming pool, that is all-weather swimming pool is there, then basketball range is there, badminton courts are there, altogether 16 badminton courts, shooting range is there, and pool, yoga room, aerobics room, etc. These all are facilities which we are providing you in one campus, that is lovely professional university. So this was the day view of the university. This is the night view of the university in general and specifically to the hostel. Now I'll take you to the website where I will be briefing you all about the university's particular programs, eligibility, fee, as well as the structure. So you can also write down the website link. It's lpu.in. So by clicking on that, you will be having the access to our website. Here I want to showcase you something. So I want to show you the glimpse of our Honorable Chancellor, sir, Shri Ashok Mittal ji, Dr. Ashok Mittal ji. He is now the Member of Parliament in Upper House. So it gives me immense pleasure to share this information. To start with the admission, you need to click on the admissions. You need to click on the regular programs. You need to identify in which stream you want to go ahead, be it history, be it Punjabi, as Professor Manu has explained the every input of the particular discipline. You need to mention, for example, I'm clicking over here, it's history. You will seek out, you will come to know the information. MA history is there. Click on that. Yeah, you will come to know the eligibility as it is clearly mentioned, that is pass in bachelor's degree. Rankings I have already elaborated you. Moving ahead with, yes, undoubtedly she has explained what is the academic input, but yes, again you can go ahead with the types of courses which you will be undergoing in the autumn term as well as in the spring term, and the electives which we will be offering. Moving towards the fee structure, fee structure is mentioned. This fee is 50,000 per semester without scholarship. This is per semester fees there, but we do acknowledge the hard effort of yours. So we do float the scholarship on the basis of your previous 2 qualification or on the basis of university's exam. So now in one line, I can say that this slab of 40 to 60% is floated. So you need to check where you land in your scholarship. So directly coming towards this scholarship, because we also want that you save your money. So efforts should be yours. We will be providing you the reward. So depending upon your score in 12th or graduation, you can check your slab where you are landing. Let's suppose you are not landing on the basis of any of your previous qualification. Don't lose hope. We have another option for you, that is university's exam, LPU NEST, that is university's entrance and scholarship exam, which serves 2 purposes, eligibility as well as the scholarship. So it's like better you perform, better will be the scholarship. You don't need it for the eligibility, but we advise you to give the exam to fetch maximum, that is 60% of the scholarship. Then we have the other programs as well, like other scholarships. Other scholarships are there on the basis of innovation, startup, entrepreneurship, on the basis of sports, cultural bravery. And then last but not the least, we have the financial aid. If you are not falling in any of these slab above, you can move ahead with the financial aid, depending upon you are eligible for that particular scholarship or not. Now the point is how to sign up, how to apply. You need to sign up at the portal. You can click on apply now. You need to fill the application form for admission. Then you should go ahead with LPU next exam, because it is gonna give you a good scholarship if you appear with full or 100% effort. Then last, after applying for LPU next, it will give you the option of the various exam slots will be there. You can select your exam slot at your own, depending upon your availability. Yeah, we have mentioned the dates. I always advise to every single student not to wait for the last date. Undoubtedly, we have mentioned it here, but as experts have given you a crisp view, a detailed view as well, where to go, when to go, how to identify the specialization. Don't wait for the last date and move ahead with your admission. So the dates are also mentioned over there. Now the point is, let's suppose you have some query into your mind and you want to get connected to us. We are available on WhatsApp. On the right side, our number is mentioned. You can click, you can talk with our counselors over there. You can have a chat with our counselors. If you want to schedule a call, you can click on this, give your information, a call will be scheduled. Yes, I'll definitely advise you to go through the 360-degree view of the university, just to have a look around how many buildings are there, where you are gonna study, and what will be the route which you are going to follow. Just explore the 360-degree. Last but not the least, we are available on the video counseling. We understand you are sitting at far front place. It's not possible to come every time to visit, but I'll advise you to visit once. But if you have some query into your mind, don't wait that once you will visit, then only you are going to clear your query. Click on the live video counseling. One-to-one counselors will be providing you the best solution to all the problems which you are having. So on this page, I have talked about the eligibility. I have talked about the fee structure, scholarship, how to fetch the maximum scholarship, and the ways to connect us. So I'll take 1 minute, because the experts have explained the things so well. Let's suppose some might have joined late or have missed some part. Don't worry, we do have all the recordings for the webinars, as well as you can register yourself for the upcoming webinars. So on admissions, we have LPUs, Edu Fairs. You need to click on that. This is a page which we have created for your convenience. So you can view the recordings of the previous webinars, as well as you can you can register for your upcoming webinars. So you can see the list of upcoming webinars. On this page, you can have a look on the past webinars. For upcoming webinars, there is a way to register. You need to scan the QR code, or you need to register for a particular webinar. And for example, for the past webinars, you can see the YouTube recordings. So definitely these webinars are going to help you to confirm your decision. It's over from my side, Ms. Ruby. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the detailed information about the admission part. So today, this webinar was on discover who we are, why we do, what we do, humanities and its evolution. So thank you so much, experts. Your years of research, your depth of understanding the topic, and your ability to present the topic in such an interesting way produce one of the most wonderful morning for all the attendees. So on behalf of all the attendees of this webinar, I want to thank you for your insightful presentation. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will able to utilize this information provided for their better decision regarding admission. So attendees, thank you so much. I enjoyed bringing this session to you, and I hope you enjoyed listening to it as much. So until next time, I, Ruby Gill, sign off.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tamida. Thank you, Dr. Tamida,
Thank you,
for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yes,
Thank you, Dr. Manu. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Tawhida.
Dr. Tushinder. Thank you, Ms. Ruby, for moderating. Thank you, Tushinder ma'am, for giving the admission-related information. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm signing off for right now. Thank you so much.